Hey guys, this is just incredible. You're watching Pro Wrestling 101. Today I want to talk about gimmicks, and who better than the legendary, one-of-a-kind Dustin Rhodes, formerly known, I should say, as Goldust. Dustin, good to have you.
Thanks, man.
Not too much, man. Here at Pro Wrestling 101, basically we're trying to school these young men and women coming into our business. And what I want to know is, you did a very controversial gimmick, especially in the 90s. How would you go about telling these kids, how would one go about getting something like that over? Or in general, if somebody wants to portray a character in this business, what would be the best way for them to go about it, in your opinion, since you did it to perfection?
Well, first off, when Vince called me, and he presented the character to me, he said, "Dustin, are you sitting down? We got this character we want to run by you." And I was like, "Oh shit, what the hell?" So I sat down, you know what I'm saying? And he started explaining, him and Bruce Prichard started explaining the character, that he was androgynous, and that he wore a robe and wig, and he was from Hollywood, California, and he wore makeup. Now, the paint was my idea, I wanted to do something with the paint, and so Vince came up with the gold paint and the black eyes and the black ears. That's how the original first look of Goldust was. And, he said, he kept saying this androgynous word. So I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. So as soon as the phone call, I hang up, I go to the dictionary and I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh man. And I was like, okay, let's do this. I want to do something on my own. I want to own something. I want to kind of get away from the Rhodes name. Not get away from the family name, but create something myself, that my shoes, that I could fill my own shoes. And that was Goldust. And it took me a good 6 months, 6, 7, maybe 7, 8 months before I really clicked with the character. It was the first time I was a heel. It was the first time I've given this gimmick, so I've got these two things I've got to do. One's be androgynous, one's be a kick-ass heel. I know neither. So I worked on it with the help of like the Bob Hollies and Duke the Dumpster Drozy, that's right. PJ.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but the curtain call, my first ever finish as Goldust finisher, was with PJ.
Yeah.
We practiced it a couple times. He let me do it. And he was so gracious enough to let me try it on him. And from that point, it just, kind of went on from there. But I think the character part really came along when I got in the ring with Savio Vega. All these baby faces that I was working with, they were helping me, but I needed something a little bit extra. And Savio kept on with, man, why don't you just try this thing one night, this one night, just try this. And I'm like, I don't want to act like that. I don't want to be the gay word. And Vince would never use that word. It was always androgynous. So he taught me into it one night, and we're in Madison Square Gardens, and it was a simple, just go behind him. When we lock up, rub up and down his chest. And then as he turns around and goes to bow up at you, I split, slide out of the ring. I did that, the place erupted. I was like,
I remember that. I was there that night.
Holy hell. And it's like right there, it just clicked.
Magic.
It's like, okay, I can do this. Vince ain't saying anything. He's right behind me. No matter what, I'm going to keep doing this. And we just kind of built it. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew. And it became one of the, for 95 and 96, one of the most hated heels. I wasn't really doing anything. I was learning, the whole time when I got in the ring with Peach, Scott Hall, Shawn Michaels. Me and Shawn tore the house down a bunch of times, and he really taught me how an opening match goes so fast and does this and that, and then you get in the main event spot, it's like, boom, slow down. Everything is reaction, facials, timing. That's where you really, and on the live events, can perfect your craft, and that's what I did. And I learned from some of the greats, Undertaker. So I had all these characters and all these top names to work with, and Goldust kind of just, and I already knew how to work, so it was just learning how to be a heel and owning a character. So if you're at NXT, or if you're at Knox Pro, or if you're wherever your schooling takes you, you pick a character, or if the promoter gives you a character, you take that character, you do a little study, try different things, learn different things, own it 110%. You cannot go half-ass into a character, or it's not going to get. If you don't care about it, the people aren't going to care about it. You have to put some heart and soul into it. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and really practice and try new things. And some things won't click, others will. And you just learn from those mistakes, and your character will grow.
I couldn't have said it better. Legendary words from a legendary performer, Dustin Rhodes. I'm Just Incredible, and that's Pro Wrestling 101.